Welcome back, Screen Fiend fans. No, this is not about Drake. This is actually about um, a movie called Challengers. Now, if you are familiar with Challengers, it's a movie that starred in Zendaya, and she is um, a star tennis player named Tashi Duncan, and Tashi is what they call the 21st century one in a lifetime generational tennis players. A lot of people was wanting to know, was it true? And these two tennis players were in two different situations that was going on, and she was dating one player, and she started training a player who wasn't even in the top 200 players. But she was training him. He want to retire. She's telling him to keep going. And it seemed weird to me. She seemed to be falling into this trend of you can't take Zendaya, whatever, seriously as an actress. I'm serious. We're getting to that point. Um, from Dune, from Dune 2 to this, it seems to be a problem. And I've noticed this problem a lot. Um, and I don't want to see Zendaya in a situation like this. I mean, to me, it's hard for me to look at her as an adult woman. I still see her as like a child or a teenager, even though she's in her like early 20s. But and she can be in these type of roles, these romantic roles. I refuse to watch the one with her and Denzel Washington's son because I didn't want to see her in a situation like that. It's hard to see me and her in a wife like situation and things of that nature. But she ends up marrying one of the tennis players, and there's this sick threesome that takes place that she has with both of these men. And I can't believe Zendaya's father would okay her to do this when he was very hands on with her career. Now it seems like she's gotten control of her career. I mean, this movie has some dark, rich white people shit in it, and this is very telling of what goes on in powerful families um, that happens in society. And what I'm starting to see, though, from her career, that this is going to be like a huge blow. I really do. I see this as a blow to her career because I mean she's going to be all right. They're going to find other roles, but the roles she's saying okay to. Either they wrote this for her because basically she's famous in the movie. It's like she's taking on this character where it's like Zendaya in every role. It's not the character. You see Zendaya. If you look at, I don't know if you guys saw Dune 2, but look at Dune 2. She's snobby, sad, moody, basically stuck up. Remember what's that, Euphoria? She was the same way, snobbish, on drugs. She was just on drugs then, but she was still moody, snobbish, stuck up. She's the same way in this one. It's like she searched for herself in the character and say, "Ooh, oh yeah, I can play that." And she takes that approach. Spider-Man, she was the moody, snobbish, standoffish, distant. You can't read scripts and look for yourself in the script. It's just not the way it goes. Right. And the audience, they go in there and they see Zendaya, right? So when you go in there and you see that and you ask yourself, why should she do that? The goal is not whoever plays the part or whatever. So down the road, she sees she's training her husband to be this superstar. Then she see his former friend and another guy she used to date and sleep with. Now he's across the tennis match for him, and now it's this big tennis thing that's going on, and it is totally crazy. Now she plays a person who's depending on this male tennis player because she blows her knee out, and her career is done. Um, so now she's only here to train this guy and depend on this one guy now who, don't have it anymore. So it's not even a feminist movement. Like this movie stands up for feminism. No, it tells a woman that she breaks down and she's got to stand behind a man and depend on him to eat. Now, for some weird reason, right, when they had their little fool around, this husband of hers doesn't know what's going on. Like he don't know that she had a past relationship with the guy he just beat. And F it, man. I'm just gonna tell y'all what happened. So she was married to a guy named Art Donaldson, right? So she became Tashi Donaldson. And of course, she was sleeping with the guy over there, across from him. Art won the game, right? The old burnt out man. Then found out she had sex with Patrick. And she only slept with him so that he would throw the game and lose the game to Art. Art finds out the whole play. Art gets mad and goes and finds their daughter, and he suffocates his daughter with the pillow and commits suicide by slitting his wrists in a bathtub while holding their dead daughter. Both are naked. Tashi finds her husband and daughter lifeless in a bathroom. She screams at the top of her lungs. Let me tell you how crazy this shit gets. She goes to the funeral with sadness. hmm Then, after she buries her daughter and her husband, she starts a new relationship with the guy who she slept with and told to throw the match. Now they go and have sex, and she becomes his coach. And he went to the semifinals or the finals or whatever, the US Open. The media gave her a lot of credit. She got up and walked out in the middle of the game, and she was just walking around nowhere in New York City. That's how the shit ends. So I give this movie the finger. This is a fucked up movie. Nobody should watch it. It's just so dumb and unnecessary. Who was this film made for? I have no idea, but not for me. All right, y'all. I'm out.